So I don't keep to I don't need to keep reading. The point is, the other day we talked about this, and we raised this concern. You know, when the news surfaced on the media, when the news was out there, we were kind of, to an extent, we would say that it was a commendable feat. But now, where people are beginning to question the act, of these killings. And so, how do we discuss this? How do we attend to this matter that this was the story before, and now we're trying to understand how true what was done could be,
No, but that's why it is very important that we stamp out the issue of summary execution. That the rule of law should be what guides all of our actions, both for the military and for the civilians in our society. And so, um, if these young men were arrested and we are sure that they were in that situation where they were exchanging gunshots with the military, it's a different ballgame. But if they were just arrested and then summarily executed, uh, you see, this is what leads to the other issue that just happened in Imo State. People want to pay back. People want to retaliate. And so that's why all of our actions must be, especially for the military, must be guided by clear uh, standard operational guidelines and the rule of law. So that at every point in time, people have a clear idea that the military and the security agencies are there for the safety and the security of all of us, not to carry out uh, 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 the, the murder of Nigerians. And we've not gotten to that point where a court of law has declared that this person's committed an offense. So we need to get to that point where we all obey the rule of law.
Let's quickly get back to some of the queries that the inter-society raised. Um, First of all, were they unarmed when instantly or later killed? Were they killed over an offense in written law already or about to be committed? And they queried, can sit at home be enforced in the hours of the blue law, in the blue law such as 2 a.m.? When have sit at home become a violent crime in Nigeria, attracting instant death at offense apprehension or offense attempted apprehension? And the queried further said, which law in Nigeria or Enugu state authorizes police or army to kill instead of arrest those enforcing or about to enforce sit at home at the wee hours of 2 a.m. if true? They further said, what proportionality of force was used leading to their killing? Is it true that the slain were arrested alive by a security patrol team in a residential location in the named area and extrajudicially killed in custody and force labeled? Were they publicly displayed or unprohibited firearms, pump actions, guns, and machetes truly recovered from the slain? Were the slain truly armed ESN members? Well, according to Inter-Society, less than 22 communities and villages have been under the siege of the jihadis and assembled jihadis since 2022 in Southeast. And they said their jihadist activities are also fueled and escalated by partisanship and complicity of the deployed security forces, including the military and the Nigerian police force. Now, you see, when you talk about some of these things, it begins to look as if there is a fight against the military or the Nigerian security force. But now the inter-society are raising very pertinent questions. You said these guys are this, right? Okay, can we have details of them? Why do you think that no names was given, no form of identity up until now? All we heard were that they were ESN IPOB members. And I ask, if you may, how do we identify an ESN IPOB member?
That is why you have to go through the clear judicial processes stated by the law. That is why the rule of law ought to be what guides all of what we do. And it's very plain, very clear that something must have gone terribly wrong in that situation. we know when you have persons who are armed and who are doing what they do. But when young men who are on their own are arrested and then summarily executed by the Nigerian military without giving them the opportunity that the law, the constitution gives to each and every one of us, that we are presumed innocent until the contrary is proven. So it's very difficult to stomach some of these issues. I went through this and I'm like, these are young men who have their future ahead of them. And to be killed in that manner without clear offenses having been committed is a tragedy. And it is what you have playing out around the Southeast. It's now like a tit for tat. You just go in and you kill, and then these guys kill. Let's get to that point where we can all sit down together and discuss it. And like I said before, we've done it before with the Niger Delta militants. We can do it again with the young men in the Southeast who are agitating.